Jai Shri Ram. Every Hindu must know some basic concepts of Hindu theology. See, everyone must choose between Shreyas and Preyas. Now, Preyas means whatever is very pleasant now but will ultimately be painful. So, alcohol, smoking, and many other lazy habits, and all these things will, as of now, will be very pleasurable right now. That is why people get addicted to these things. Eventually, in their life, these things will cause a lot of problems and diseases. So, this is called preyas. What is pleasant now but dangerous later, harmful later. And Shreyas. Shreyas is what is maybe difficult now and eventually it will be very beneficial. And within Shreyas, there are two types. Abhyudaya, worldly well being obtained through dharma. But this is impermanent. Abhyudaya, Arthakama, you can earn a lot of money, fame, and satisfy your dharmic desires, and that is called Abhyudaya. That means you are prosperous and well off, worldly well being, which can be obtained only through dharma. If people think that they can obtain this kind of prosperity through adharma, then they are making a big mistake because the repercussions will follow. So, Shreyas is Abhyudaya obtained through dharma. That is one type. The Shreyas, higher Shreyas is Nishreyas, okay, which can be called as Sammam Bonam, which means the highest good. It's a Latin phrase for the highest good, which means moksha. In Hinduism, moksha means the complete release from this never ending cycle of birth and death. In Islam and Christianity and Judaism, their concept of salvation or moksha, the synonyms of the word moksha are salvation, redemption, nirvana. Nirvana is a Sanskrit term, Vedic term. Moksha is a Vedic term. Salvation and redemption, these are English terms. They are broadly defined as freedom from all kinds of suffering. But what constitutes freedom from suffering differs from Hinduism and differs in Hinduism and in the other Abrahamic religions. So, in the Abrahamic religions, salvation basically means going to an eternal heaven if you subscribe to their religion. And their belief is that anyone who does not subscribe to their religion will go to eternal hell, which is again unreasonable, irrational. Suppose there is a good atheist who doesn't believe in God, but he lives a good life. He contributes positively to mankind. He is a great philanthropist, altruist, a benefactor. Now, this man will definitely get moksha. Krishna is not going to show any partiality simply because this fellow is not accepting Krishna. So, that's the beauty of Hinduism. So, in these religions, they think that salvation means going to eternal heaven. But here again, eternal heaven is again not a logically sound concept, because if you are continuously enjoying pleasures, at some time you will become blase, blase, loss of interest due to overexposure. You will get cloyed, cloyed, distaste due to excessive sweetness, and jaded, jaded. Jaded also means the same thing. Jaded also means being cynical, deeply suspicious, and not respecting anybody. So, these are logical outcomes of eternal heaven. Eternal heaven gets boring, and eternal hell is even more irrational, because even we humans, when people are condemned to life imprisonment in the courts, even such people may get parole. They may be released before the term is completed on parole, that is on grounds of good behavior, which means that even the capital punishment sometimes is reduced to life imprisonment, and that life imprisonment can also be cut short by a person, a convict, being released on parole for his good behavior, which means we humans are willing to be merciful. If we humans can be merciful, your merciful God should be infinitely much more merciful. He can never send anybody to eternal hell for the simple reason that somebody is not accepting him. So this is a utter irrationality, and so every Hindu should be aware of these fundamental concepts of Hindu theology, so that in case if there is any debate, because debates will spring up somewhere or the other, you should be in a position to politely put them where they belong. Jai Shri Ram.